On April 23, 1967, the Soyuz 1 space mission launches from the Soviet Union, leading to the first human to die in spaceflight. Beginning with the launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957, the United States and the Soviet Union became locked in the Cold War's space race. The cutting-edge nature of their efforts did not come without risk. The first death in spaceflight was actually not a human, but a stray Moscow dog named Laika, who became both the first Earth creature in space and the first to die in space in 1957 aboard Sputnik 2. Both the Soviets and the Americans had human deaths during spacecraft tests and training flights between 1961 and 1966, but never in a spaceflight. In January 1967, the U.S. lost Apollo 1 astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee in a fire during a launch pad test about 3 weeks before their planned mission was set to launch. A few months later, Soviet cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov's Soyuz 1 mission launched. This was Komarov's second time in space, as he also commanded the three-man Voskhod 1 mission in 1964, which orbited the Earth 16 times. Soyuz 1 was, however, a solo mission. It was the first manned test of the Soyuz spacecraft, which was originally intended for the Soviet lunar program. But after the US beat the Russians to the moon in 1969, Soyuz became instead the primary spacecraft for the Soviet space station program. The original plan for the 1967 Soyuz 1 mission was for Komarov to rendezvous with Soyuz 2 and exchange crew members in orbit. However, the Soyuz 2 launch was called off due to bad weather. Then, various technical issues caused the flight director to abort Soyuz 1's flight after its 13th orbit. After Komarov re-entered the Earth's atmosphere on April 24th, his main parachute malfunctioned. Komarov activated his reserve chute, but it became tangled, and the spacecraft crashed to the ground. There is a memorial monument at the site of the crash that features a bust of Komarov, the first human to die in spaceflight. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1014, Ireland's High King Brian Boru is assassinated in his tent by a group of retreating Viking warriors. In 1564, great English playwright and poet William Shakespeare is born in Stratford-upon-Avon. In 1908, the Dixie tornado outbreak begins, killing at least 320 people in 13 U.S. states over 34 days. In 1954, future home run king Hank Aaron of the Milwaukee Braves hits his first major league home run. In 1969, Sirhan Sirhan is sentenced to death after being convicted of assassinating Senator Robert Kennedy. In 2005, the 19-second-long video Me at the Zoo becomes the first ever uploaded to YouTube. In 2023, the UN announces that the population of India has surpassed that of China at nearly 1.5 billion people. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. How many of the 52 American hostages held in Iran were rescued during Operation Eagle Claw in 1980? 0, 8, 36, or 52? Think you know the answer? Drop your guesses in the comments below. Find out if you're right next time on Today in History.